I love myself a good book club, so I thought I would start a little TikTok book club on Justin Posey's book Beyond the Map's Edge. If you don't know yet, Justin Posey hid a treasure in the western United States. If you watch the Netflix documentary Gold and Greed, you could learn more about that. And so he wrote a book which is meant to give you clues about where to find the treasure. So I think this would be a great book club to do on TikTok that may eventually lead to gold. So the chapter I want to discuss is Weepul winners, and it's about how, I think he was in junior high, they gave the kids little Weepuls in exchange for selling magazines. And so that chapter is all about that. But I just want to give you the takeaways from that chapter. Read it and then maybe come back here for this quick synopsis for the book club. Why this chapter matters in the context of the treasure hunt. One, he says in there, silence is golden. And that line is a bold standout to me because in the story, he exploits the rule books, the Weepul rule book, silence to win big. So in other words, he's hinting maybe that the treasure hunt rules also contain silence or gaps that can be used to your advantage. So read the rules, but also see, are there any rules he doesn't mention that maybe someone else would? That's interesting. He says that when the kids found loopholes and pried it open until it was big enough for a child-sized victory march, it's not just his story ending, it's practically a treasure hunting strategy. He may be saying, don't just look for the obvious path, look for the overlooked ones. He also says hidden in plain sight. So like the Weepuls, which were silly but powerful when leveraged right, there could be clues in the book or the map or the poem that seem trivial or decorative, but actually hold power if you understand their value. Reading the rule book closely. So in the book, he talks about how he read the Weepul contest rules cover to cover to find out what wasn't said. And that's a major nudge to do the same with his book, website, or videos or poem or whatever. Pay attention to what's not mentioned just as much as you pay attention to what is mentioned. He may be telling us in this chapter this treasure isn't found by playing the game as expected. He may say there's a trick, a bypass, or an overlooked angle, possibly in his wording, formatting, or even legal disclaimers. And lastly, I think he's hinting that collaboration, like the kids pooling their Weepuls, may be necessary, and you might need to stick with the rules to win. One thing that really stuck out to me in this chapter, he says, an anonymous friend who I'll never name carried the entire pile of Weepuls into the homeroom. In this narrative, this unnamed kid, the one who physically delivers the goods that win the prize, he doesn't get credit, but his role is crucial. So Posey is embedding some kind of symbolic role into the story, like an allegory. And then his unnamed friend could represent like the steward of the treasure, anonymous, hidden identity, someone sworn to secrecy. He carries the treasure, but he doesn't keep it. He moves it to protect it. I'll never name him. A direct message that his identity is off limits or protected. That could be true legally, spiritually, tactically. Doesn't claim the winning, selfless, or behind-the-scenes role, possibly the modern-day equivalent of a guardian, a keeper, or a trustee. Symbolically, it could be someone that's real, who knows where the treasure is, but will never claim it. And Posey said he's the only one on the planet that knows where it is, so I don't know. The person may be there to witness the process or ensure the rules are followed. I don't know. We could look for a clue of that person, real or fictional, who is part of the story. I remember, like in acknowledgments, he said if you're left out of the book, it's for a reason. And I'm wondering if he's pointing to this secret person again. Hidden initials, shadows, footprints, or illustrations of photos that a steward could leave. Phrases like friend, helper, witness, or bearer in the poem could hint at his role. So anyway, something to think about. I would love, the reason I'm doing this is to get like feedback in the comments that may help me too. So yeah, jump on and join my